At 94, Rose Martinez climbs 2 flights of stairs without touching the railing. She still drives herself to the local library 3 times a week, where she volunteers with a smile that lights up the whole room. Her doctor, he's 44 years younger and has higher blood pressure than she does. But here's the part that stops people in their tracks. Just 9 years ago, Rose could barely walk. She relied on a walker, took 12 medications daily, and needed help opening a simple jar of pickles. So what changed? It wasn't some expensive treatment or a complicated workout plan. It was 5 simple morning habits. Not the ones you hear about in health magazines. These are ancient, powerful practices inspired by centenarians around the world. And they didn't just change her routine. They changed her life. Let's go back for a moment. For 35 years, Rose was a beloved schoolteacher. She raised a family, built a quiet, steady life with her husband, Carlos. But at 82, Carlos passed away, and Rose's world collapsed. Depression set in. She stopped cooking, gained 35 pounds, was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Arthritis made every step painful. By 85, she was using a walker, taking 12 pills a day, and feeling like a burden to her children. The turning point came one evening when she couldn't open a jar of pasta sauce and had to call her neighbor for help. That moment of helplessness broke something inside her. But it also sparked something. That night, Rose made a decision. She began researching how people who lived past 100 stayed strong and independent. And what she found stunned her. Her A1C dropped from 8.2 to 5.9. She lost 35 pounds, stopped using her walker, and eliminated 8 medications. So what were these 5 morning habits? Let's walk through them because one of them might just change your life too. Morning habit number 1, the sunrise ritual. It sounds too simple to be true, but this one habit completely rewired Rose's sleep cycle and energy. Every morning at exactly 6 a.m., she sits by her east-facing window and drinks 16 ounces of room-temperature water.
No sunglasses.
No regular glasses, just her eyes absorbing the natural morning light. Why does this matter? Because morning sunlight tells your brain's master clock, the suprachiasmatic nucleus, to regulate cortisol and melatonin. As we age, our circadian rhythms weaken. That's why so many seniors wake up tired, nap throughout the day, and struggle to sleep at night. Rose used to rely on sleeping pills to get through the night and coffee to survive the day. But within 6 weeks of this simple ritual, she was sleeping 7 straight hours and waking up refreshed, without medication. Important note, the light must hit your eyes directly, ideally within an hour of waking. No east-facing window. Step outside for 10 minutes or try a 10,000 lux therapy light. Even cloudy daylight is stronger than indoor lighting. This ritual alone transformed Rose's sleep. But it was just the beginning. Morning habit number 2, gratitude plus memory activation. Right after her light ritual, Rose picks up a small notebook and writes down 3 things she's grateful for. But here's the twist. For each one, she includes vivid sensory detail. Instead of writing, "I'm grateful for my family," she writes, "I'm grateful for the sound of my grandson Miguel's laughter echoing down the hallway when he found the secret compartment in my jewelry box." This is powerful neuroscience. When we relive positive memories through senses, sound, smell, texture, it strengthens the brain's pathways for optimism and memory, especially crucial as we age. Rose says she started this during her darkest days. "At first, I couldn't even think of one thing," she admits. But within 3 weeks, her brain began noticing small joys again. The warmth of her tea, cardinal at her bird feeder, The way the sunlight danced across the floor. Her memory improved. Her spirits lifted. She felt alive again. If writing is difficult, you can speak these out loud or use a voice-to-text app. The key is the sensory detail. What's one memory that still makes you smile? Think about it right now. You've already begun the healing. Morning habit number 3, the healing hydration sequence. This is where most people go wrong. Rose used to reach for coffee first thing every morning. But adding caffeine to a dehydrated body is like revving an engine with no oil. Now, before anything else, she drinks 16 ounces of warm water with a pinch of pink Himalayan salt and a squeeze of fresh lemon. Why? After 7 to 8 hours of sleep, your body is naturally dehydrated. Your joints are stiff. Your brain function is sluggish. Warm water improves circulation. The salt replenishes lost electrolytes. The lemon kickstarts digestion and provides vitamin C. She learned this from centenarians in Okinawa who begin every day with a water ritual. The result? Her arthritis pain dropped dramatically. Her joint stiffness, once lasting hours, faded in minutes. And no, she didn't end up running to the bathroom all morning. Her body learned to use the water efficiently. If cold water is hard to drink first thing, prep the mixture the night before and let it reach room temperature by morning. This habit alone may reduce inflammation and boost your energy in just days. Morning habit number 4, the 10-minute mobility awakening. Before even stepping out of bed, Rose does a simple mobility sequence. Not exercise, preparation for life. 10 ankle circles in both directions, gently pulling each knee toward her chest. Shoulder rolls, neck turns, and what she calls wake-up wiggles, moving her fingers and toes rapidly to stimulate circulation. As we age, our joints stiffen overnight due to thickened synovial fluid. This gentle motion warms and lubricates joints before weight-bearing movement. The payoff? 6 months ago, Rose slipped on wet leaves outside the store, but she didn't fall. Her body adjusted automatically. Her flexibility and balance saved her from what could have been a broken hip and months in a nursing home. Modify this to fit your mobility. Even small movements matter. Morning habit number 5, purpose planning. This might be the most powerful and the most surprising. Every morning, after her rituals, Rose writes down one specific way she will contribute to someone else's life that day. Not next week, today. Started small. One morning, she called her neighbor, Mrs. Chun, to ask how her doctor's appointment went. Mrs. Chun cried. No one else had remembered. From that moment, something shifted. Rose began calling neighbors, sharing vegetables from her garden, offering advice to young teachers. She became the connector of her community. Science backs this up. People with strong daily purpose have 44% less cognitive decline, lower risk of Alzheimer's, stronger immune systems, longer lives. Even small acts, sending a kind message, sharing a recipe, smiling at someone in the store, can be transformational for them and for you. Rose says, "Some days I just compliment someone at the checkout line, and you'd be amazed how their face lights up." She keeps a running list of simple acts in her notebook, and it's the final piece of her morning symphony. The transformation. Let's take a moment to reflect. At 85, Rose was depressed, isolated, in chronic pain, and felt invisible. Today, at 94, she's vibrant, active, and deeply connected to her community. She's off 8 medications, walks without assistance, drives, volunteers, mentors teachers, and radiates a joy that's impossible to ignore. Her doctor says she has the heart health of a 70-year-old and the mind of someone decades younger. How? Not through magic, not through money, through 5 morning habits that anyone can start. Light for your body's rhythm, gratitude to rewire your brain, water to restore your cells, gentle movement to protect your body, purpose to fuel your soul. Your challenge: try just one of Rose's habits this week. Pick the one that speaks to you. Stick with it for 7 days. Notice how you feel. Then come back and tell us, did you sleep better? Move easier? Smile more? Because no matter your age, it's never too late to transform. Just ask Rose. If this story gave you hope, hit that like button and share it with someone you care about. Together, let's remind the world, growing older isn't the end. Sometimes it's just the beginning.